Here to look at why Scotland should be at MIPIM and why we need to take a Team Scotland approach. I'm a firm believer in MIPIM and the power of it and how it works, especially when it comes to looking for occupiers and international investors, just to get that international flavour into Scotland. For me, it's about occupiers. Once we know we've got some fresh occupiers, some new space users, people basically are going to pay for the rent. That means we can then get investors coming into those kind of projects. We've been there, we've done it before, we've done some really big projects at MIPIM. It'd be nice to see repeating those successes again in the future.
So Scotland wasn't at MIPIM this year, and it's something I think a number of key stakeholders would like to see changed. It's a fantastic country with plenty of options and opportunities. We represent the north of England, and we've had a very successful few MIPIMs on the bounce, and we have private sector companies who are based in Scotland asking to see if we can help with taking the towns and cities of Scotland to MIPIM next year to look at international opportunities.
I think I've built up some amazing networks by attending MIPIM, and I've worked collectively to bring in investment stemming from MIPIM, and I think it's really important that Scotland has a presence at Europe's biggest property conference. There's a very large Scotland-shaped hole there at the moment, and I think it's really important we get back and promote Scotland.
We bring together over 20,000 people at MIPIM globally in Cannes. 31% of them are investors or from financial institutions, so really what we're missing out on is access to that wealth of capital. Last year we had over €4 trillion worth of assets under management at MIPIM, so in short it's that opportunity that presents, and in short lots of the other UK cities are there.
Well, Glasgow has a lot of experience of MIPIM, probably more even than the Scottish Government. We have attended regularly over the years, but we haven't attended since before COVID, and a lot of things have changed a lot since 2019, so I think we can bring a particular perspective on where MIPIM might sit for Scotland in our current context rather than the way things used to be. Well, I think that's an open question, and I think this is a discussion we should have. Probably yes. I mean, I'm thinking more from a Glasgow point of view than a Scotland point of view. Probably yes, but I think that the development and investment community alongside public authorities need to have real clarity in their minds about why we're there, what the objectives are, what we want to get out of it, and also make sure that it is a genuinely Team Scotland approach.
Basically, we need to work together. We need to collaborate. I think that was the biggest point we got out of this, between the public and the private sectors. They need to collaborate, we need to work together as a team. We need to work out what Scotland has as a country to sell to the global market out there. And right now it's too quiet. Scotland's silent, so definitely positive, and I think this is probably the early steps or the first steps of hopefully something a lot bigger that we can work together on and actually have Scotland represented a lot louder at MIPIM.
We should be at MIPIM because at the moment we're just not at the table. We've got, again, as Councillor Susan said, we're starting from a great stepping stone. We do a lot of great things. There's a lot of investment and a lot of innovation in Scotland. We've got so much going for us. We've got a great brand, but we're not telling people about it at this global property conference.